Well, this is the first personal video recording of myself, Doug Cubin, making the Fort movie. This is the first one, so I'm going to do a quick catch-up really of what all the things that have gone on. The Facebook group fan page is now out there. There's about 100 or so likes, not loads, but it's good enough. It's a start, it's out there, and we haven't even put a single shot in the can yet, as they say. So that's there. Then the Facebook production group is live and kicking. There's been a fair bit of activity. I've been trying to keep people abreast of what's going on. Work's been relatively very busy. Just returned from Philadelphia to do some thermal imaging work for a big insulation company. That was great, but there's a lot of preparation for that. It was a few months, and then and that really took me off the film. Really, I had to put the film to one side, which is a good thing, because obviously that makes some money for the film. It's now what are we, the 11th? It's Armistice Day. One reason I thought it was sort of appropriate really to start this video recording. I sort of envisage now is really when it's kicking off. There's still lots of work to do in my day job, making maps, etc., and helping people do geospatial stuff, which is good. I like it. It is fun, and but I really want to get cracking with the film now. So where are we? I met an interesting company today that I'm having to do some business with in my day job stuff. They're called Blue Sky. They're an aerial mapping company, and they do various derivative data sets from the aerial data. And I briefly mentioned TheFort, as you have to. I mention TheFort at every single business meeting I've had, or indeed every single meeting I've had, and I hope people aren't going to get sort of too bored or hate me for it. But it's difficult not to take at least some advantage. When someone could help you with something. So because I strongly believe in the movie. I think it's going to be a great film, and I'm really going all out for it. So I'll do what it takes to make a good film. So those guys have offered to supply some aerial imagery over the fort down in Dover, and this will help sort of put together a shot list, a bit of storyboarding type things. And also, they own the copyright to the data, so I can use it freely, rather than, take it off Google or something. It's a bit iffy, really. I don't want to do anything like that. So, I've got some guys, they're flowing the aerial reconnaissance, and they're going to send me the data. I'm hoping they'll supply some LiDAR data as well. I've asked them for that. That's very high resolution 3D type scanning data. And as a GIS, as a geographic information system, sort of technologist, I know how to use all that data, and it'd be great because I can work out the height of shots and see what the sort of viewing angle is. I can do what's called view shed analysis and things like that of where I'd hope to put cameras, so I can kind of see from a 3D image what the best sort of positioning is without being there and trying it out, which I have done to a degree, but obviously you can always do loads more, because I really want to get those shots planned well. That is such tight budget that can't really afford to waste an hour really, let alone a day. I mean, wasting an hour is a bit tricky. The logistics, getting people down to the fort is something I've really got to concentrate on. Had a good meeting with the 7.5 production guys last night, actually, Wednesday the 10th of November, last night, at the normal production group meeting, which happens every Wednesday, to discuss various projects, working with a guy called Richard on an interesting short script, which I quite like the sound of, so I want to help him out with that, and that'll give me some practice there. I'm not director or anything, just sort of go for runner, whatever he wants really, but it's always good to get experience on whatever set, however small or the project is medium, large, doesn't matter. It's good to get that kind of experience, in my opinion. And it's an interesting script anyway. What he's done, so it's a bonus. And there spoke to Alex. I'm sort of dropping surnames really of people, so it's a sort of privacy thing really, and I'll talk to them about it. I don't want to. And in fact, on the Facebook fan page and stuff like that, and the website, I kind of just use their initials. So I'll probably keep that for the moment, unless people specifically don't mind me using their full name. Obviously, the credits, it won't be full of initials and or pseudonyms or anything. The credits will be full names. But in the meantime, yeah, I'll just use first name people. Alex is interested in helping me out, which is great. She's got a very organised sort of approach to things, and that's definitely what I need. And it's sort of production management, logistics type stuff. I definitely need help. So that's a new person who's formed who's joined the band, I hope. So I'll meet with her not next week, but the following. G is director of photography. I'm really looking forward to get shooting with him. He's a very creative guy. And it looks like Jordan Hanford is going to play Huber, the young Huber. I think he's sort of a good age, tons of experience, very sort of extrovert, happy to do what it takes, very enthusiastic. He's already brought a lot to the project, and I think he can do really cover that character. I'm pretty convinced of that. A couple of other options available. I've got to bring them back for the casting. I've really got to work. I've got to really pick the right people. John's set. He's there. And then I'm meeting someone in London who's actually a reenactor, Aaron. He works. He's a reenactor with the Second Battle Group, and met him at a show, the Military Odyssey, down in Detling in August, bank holiday, I think it was this year, down in Kent. Great guy, knows a lot of stuff about World War II, about discipline and sort of orders and that sort of thing, that sort of background stuff, and not necessarily the fighting, because TheFort is not a I wouldn't describe it as a war film really. It's set in the war period, but it's not a war film. It's not a particular big battle of the Bulge or something that takes place. It's the word war, I suppose, may be applied sort of between the characters as the film goes on, and indeed the sort of battle with each of the individual characters, the four of them, and the fort itself. It's a sort of battles for survival, to a degree. I don't want to give too much away, actually. I'm trying to hold back there. So yeah, that's the sort of casting. Still lots to do, but I'm a lot happier about the way that's rolling. Lots of people on board. It was interesting to get the Blue Sky guys, with some aerial photos that'll help with the storyboarding, etc. I'm just speaking to Ryan actually this evening, just planning a meet tomorrow about conceptual art, the illustrations. Very excited working with him. He's already come up with some good ideas about the poster. The sort of silhouette of my brother Malcolm on the rifle, K98 sniper rifle, effectively being the character Cole, who's a sniper in the film, at the top of the stairs in this sort of shadow silhouetted white background, which forms the O of the fort. That was something actually Malcolm and I talked about before, and actually Ryan came up with it totally off his own bat. I didn't really talk to him about ideas, and so that was interesting that he did that, and I really like as well the way he's done it, the way he's written the letters. Lots of discussions needed about that. That's purely, to me, that's just the first draft of concept artwork, and we shall see. That was the phone going actually, and I think that's actually Mr. Ryan. Yep. So that's our meeting, but for 2 o'clock tomorrow at 12. So we'll talk about concept artwork to help with the storyboarding, and general feel really for the whole film. I'm hoping and then finally, I don't want to sort of rant on sort of too much. Because there'll be lots more updates in the future. This is just the first one. Finally, what does it do? Here's another point. To edit this bit. What was it? Hold on. Let me stop this.